again, I got to hold better. If we are going to make shit on taxes, we need to hold better. Like I told I tell your people it's my people. And I tell you, shit, get go. Hold better.
Making poor decisions. Mark 1000. Alright, we are operating roughly a 10-second delay on Twitch, 20 on YouTube. Welcome to today's show, and I hope your time zone going the way you want it to. No major announcements. Work is work, life is life. I'll try to keep things as consistent as I can. But life happens. If I need to take time off, I'll try to give you larger warning as possible. For example, I do need some time off early September this year, specifically the 3rd to the 7th. Other than that, yeah, I got nothing. So, oh, hold on. Oh, that's the wrong one. And OC on E, it's fine. Yeah, we're good. Alright. 8th. Over there. This up. I think I got it right. Oh no. Oh god. It hurts the most. Alright. Yeah, no major announcements. This broadcast is brought to you by viewers like you. So thank you very much for your support. Whenever from that support comes in, it is truly appreciated. I always encourage conversation, so feel free to talk about whatever you want, ask about whatever you want. Please just keep a few things in mind. 1, my focus is on the game, not the chat. 2, there is a 10-second delay on Twitch, 20 on YouTube. And 3, I tend to get distracted by anything and everything, especially if my lovely partner is involved. On top of all of that, no matter who you talk to, whether it be me or someone else, please keep it reasonably respectful. I try to keep this a fun, relaxing place for people to hang out and be themselves. Alright. There we go. Hello, welcome back to our playthrough of Age of Wonders 4. Let that go specifically. How strong are you? 495. Okay, hold on. Before we get started, specifically the Secrets of the Archmages DLC, specifically map 1, the one dealing with the Fae. There's a Fae map, a Demon map, and an Archmages map. We are on turn 42. We're here to help Hambinger deal with the Dewatha Day as best we can. We managed to get 3 cities by turn 30, and we're working on various quests. We're trying to hold our own here as best we can. I can't. Alright. Knowledge our enemy. Oh no, wait, hold on. These are spells I cast. Okay. In that case, I misread this. I thought this, if the enemy casts spells on me, I hardly cast, like, I do cast spells, and it's just casting points. I'm gonna grab this then, so that things like here. So we probably got a little refund for this, but the library, right, and then the next step after that will be a little cheaper. I think you still need to build a library for a third city. Yeah, we're working on the storehouse. Yeah, so now it's down to 2 and 32, which is a pittance. We'll go ahead and queue that up. And we'll queue that up. We definitely need to get those rolling. You're fine so far. So, we could skip the quarry. You pop in... Oh, next turn. Well, this is a really good quarry, though. As is this, but this one's unoccupied. So I think we stick with our standard plan. We should be fine. What I'm gonna do... Go here. And here. Why is he not healing? Okay. And you're coming... There we go. Because of the forests. The heal is negating. Okay. Do you not have... No, he has this. So he should be healing something. That's very weird. I may have to fight this. We're going to hold on to that. We're not going to integrate anything. You've made a white witch. Which... we can... Okay, so we actually need to trade out... Hold on. You. Here, we're going to swing you this way. And this city can pop, and what do we want to build? We do need the armory. So we can really crank out units. However, I want to start making items, so we're going to do this. What do we need? We need another farm. We're taking a look. This is just on a large pickup. Alright, hold on. 1, 2. So, farm there, farm there, farm there. Don't see any, like, sheep or anything. So, I will actually build a farm here for the production boost. So now we've got 3 of everything. We are missing research. I do have to admit that. Like, extra research. So we can't do an academy. And I don't want to give up the Feywater Pond. Oh. If I go underground... Okay, so there was nothing... Yeah, that's too far. There's nothing to dig out. I think it's worth it to build an outpost here, with the idea being to get the Archon blood. Alright. And we're gonna build... I can't. Right, I have no bodies to sell. No. We'll wait a turn, and then we'll queue up another White Witch. And we'll replace these guys with the White Witch and use these guys to start another... What's the word I want? Army. I think that's what we do. Otherwise, we are good. Do I do the market? Yes. Definitely need to get the bases up already. Because they need a Glacial Mammoth as well, because that'll give me mana. And it'll start the terraforming process here early. And that's the important thing. So you have a research, but throwing down a Glacial Megalith here should boost production by quite a bit, especially once we start terraforming. So I think that's the plan. So you're done. So let me throw down a save. I suspect I'm going to have to fight this because I suspect the Fierce here, and also let me rename you. Spellblade. Just so I know what you are. Accept. Close. Our main hero is a ranger. Alright, so... Oh! I will let them grow. I don't want to give up my science for food. Not... Ooh! This is actually really good. Because if you suspect you're taking a lot of spells... so I will take that reward. They fled, that's fine. You can head back in this direction. You... have a legendary tier 1 already? Okay. Either I go for Night's Rest, which counts as a conduit. And it's bronze. I think I'm willing to fight that now. More Archon blood, huh? I mean, that's plus 40 mana right there. But we'll head back this way as well. Heal up here. Clear this out. Probably take Night's Rest. Trade out the any blow darts for that. And see what we can make. Because we also... That's the issue, right? I need to burn this to the ground to get access to this. And we're gonna hold off on Night's Rest. We're gonna group up our heroes. And we're gonna burn Yist Strand to the ground so we can do the quest. I don't think this is close enough for me to deal with until we get teleporters in about turn 50 or 60. This is close enough I can snag this, right? 1, 2, 3, like that. These are both barely within range, especially when you factor in this. 2 provinces further, or the new capstone is 45 population, or each city grants a ton of knowledge, mana, and gold. So we'll see how that plays out. I think it's more important to burn this to the ground as quickly as possible to slow his momentum. We really can't... Oh. Yep, that's fine. Level 12. Okay. Right, that is on their side. Again, it's just the size of the map. Like, I thought it was a small map. It's not. It's just the AI likes to forward settle so much. So, consumed by arrogance. Right, so this is the Dominator. So either we can make him a Lawbringer, which is clear infestations, or a Conqueror. Which, weirdly, we can do. It means he's definitely going to want to be on the offensive. Let's make him a Conqueror, then. You guys are headed here. I don't see anyone. You go here. You two pop out. You pop in. You're headed this way. Good, you'll get a ton of heals. You're headed this way. Good, you'll get a ton of heals. You have a good healer. Hold on. You have a good healer. Alright, so you definitely need another White Witch. Not creating bounty. We've got the library. You can annex. That needs to be explored. I said I wanted a quarry, so let's go ahead. Grab that quarry. Right. And then we're looking at... We can boost the shrine? I don't think I need to. So we'll hold off on that. Got Blizzard. We can select new research. Okay. Mistlings are good. They're magic fighter units. They get Misty Strike, so they run up. They hit, and then they retreat. Or at range 4, boom, they're gonna give a random negative status effect. Sprite give us a little flexibility, right? But at this point, they're tier 1. The Snow Spirits, you know what? We're gonna do the Mistlings. I think those might be useful. You're waiting. Oh, 3:30. Here. You can actually start poking your nose in this direction. Maybe we can detach this at least. You're healing. End turn. Right, sorry. In order to trigger this, I have to get 6 provinces around this. So that means I have to vassalize this and this. Or burn them to the ground and build my own cities. Under siege. Colwell. By who? No, they're not. That's weird. Whatever. Okay. Well, outpost founded, that's great. That gives us a huge amount of mana. I'm actually not going to build anything right now there because my gold is better resources. Now, they were under siege. They are no longer under siege. I suspect they were placed under siege and then they were able to handle it. Okay, no, these are going up. Alright. So, I will withdraw. I don't want to get too close. I don't know where else to put it. You're fine. You're fine. You're most likely, I was going to say, you're most likely to run into trouble, so we'll give the Whispering Stone to you. We'll queue up both an Armory and another White Witch in our main city. I think we're going to try to convert this to a ton of Foresters. I have all the basics, I'm only missing Science, which is fine. But Forester, 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 Forester does a lot. And this city is going to grab all of this and then head down here. I do want the haste berries in this city. So you're fine. You should be able to handle this on your own. I know I should have saved, but... Back. Cool. Gave me draft, meaning you can go in there. You're a part of another army. You can actually head here. So you get that White Witch. You go there. You're pretty good. You actually need better melee. I guess he could get 2 Primal Chargers and an Ancestral Warden. But we'll hold off queuing those up for now. But Archon Blood. The Twin Eater has drawn to the Astral Void, which now means this is... basically now is the time to go in and take this city. If he's in the Astral Void, that makes this, like, we probably won't get this. But that is burn this city to the ground. I know we'll chew up quite a bit of our good alignment, but I'm okay with that. And just snag this. I'm just worried that if all I do is vassalize this, then... Wait a minute. What is he? Can we see what he is? Race. That if I just vassalize this, I won't get access to this. So I want access to that. You guys are going to defend this city. Here, I'll move you over. Defend this city. You can defend that city. You can go a wandering. And then you need better melee as well. Melee. You are incredibly melee heavy, actually. I did not notice that. Okay. We're gonna just balance this out a bit better. For now. He needs 2 range, so he needs 2 White Witches. He needs 2 Primal Chargers, and we'll go from there. We're gonna be a little underpowered. There's our other white witch. Your range. So you need a melee. You need the... What the... Interesting. Leaf skin. So, okay. Fascinating. Let's go ahead and do Fate Touch. Transform. Great. We can now start making items, which is good. New skill available, which is Magic Origin units gain experience, and non-Magic Origin... Yeah, we don't have any Magic Origin units. Or... Food city structures grant plus 10 production. Or... Provinces in your domain with resource nodes generate plus 5 food. I think we're okay on production. We are about to start a siege, though. Oh, we also unlocked gain mana, the Magic Origin units. We already have that. Right, so basically what that reads is, not this... How do I do this? Alright, so this province has nothing in it except for the Forester. So this would go up to 7 food, 6 production. Right? This would go up to 15 food, 3 production, 3 gold. I think this counts as a resource node, so this would get no benefit. This one, this is a resource node. So this Forester would get no benefit. This gold would get no... But this quarry, there's no node in here, would. But I think we're saving for the siege, maybe. Right. Melee, melee, melee. So you're an extra melee. So we're gonna pull you back to here. Run you into here. You up a charger. And send you to... three in this direction. Yeah, so we want to take that thicket. Can now start making things. You've got the market. All right, 2, 2, and 1, and again. Do I want the conduit? Yes. Let me grab the conduit, which is probably too much mana. But we're also going to start... We'll do it this way. We'll grab this, so this will start terraforming. Right, which, you've got the library into the temple. And to produce gold, for now. Right, so... What can we make? Well, let's check. So, I like the blow darts for our main guy, because it's just hilarious. So, what can we make for blow darts? We can do radiant damage. We can do frost damage. I would like death damage. So we need 2 more one more Archon blood, which is very easy to get. So maybe we hold off on that. Although he does need a better weapon. Now he's gonna want crit chance. We've got sorry. Distracted super good. Poisoned might be worth it. Decaying is better. I don't think... Maybe I can do one more? which would be crit chance. Excuse me? Why is it? There we go. No, that's too much. So, either distracted in crit chance or decaying in crit chance. Because remember, our main hero, Lenorni, right, is going down base 20% crit chance. When it does a crit, the next crit gets up to 50% more damage, eventually. So the more crits it does, Lenorni does, the more damage she does, right? So it's very much that if we give the weapon a high crit chance, even 30% turns into 60% very easily. Although I don't have this yet. But if they can distract, we're giving +2 damage on flaking attacks. Right? So they start distracting enemies, everyone around that enemy starts wailing away harder. Right? And this is tier 1. I don't oh, the hero cap's going up next turn. Okay. We need to save gold for that. Arsenal. Oh, I have a Spear of Elemental Slaying. I'm gonna shred the war. We're gonna shred all our mounts eventually. I'm definitely gonna shred this, the rune leggings. I can do better. I'm gonna shred the shield specifically to give my main hero, excuse me, a blow dart. There we go. That is frost damage. Or what? Frost damage? Oh, mixed damage and frost. Yeah, frost damage is fine. Crit chance. Distracting. And decay. And we'll go ahead. T3. We'll call this a frost. Distracting. Icy. Decay. Distraction. Blowpipe. Oh wow, too much. Alright. Keep the decay. Distraction. Blowpipe. Alright. That works. Forge. And we'll make that for our main hero. You are headed to this army. So you're at 4. Which is fine, actually. This work. Okay, yeah. We're probably gonna need. Oh god, we're probably gonna need 3 or 4 turns. We'll see where we end up. And you're headed here. That's fine. Just to give us some view. End turn. Need to finish my juice for the day. Okay. Beautiful. So, spells ready to cast. None of which we're going to cast right now. You got the temple into the tavern, which you desperately need. And then for now, we'll do this. Well, this will start terraforming. Alright. Put you there. New tome. So we're on tier 2. Oh no. So hold on. This might take a while. We're gonna skip this. Orders required. We can now... Okay, so how much is it to recruit a 4th hero? 300. So we're gonna wait a turn. I think I go for the collector. What is he? A ritualist. That's fine. So we're gonna put him on defense. Alright, you're waiting. Release. Defend. Wait 3 turns. That'll buy me time to get some extra stuff. Okay. So we're good there. Why Living Woods? That's weird. Right? Am I the only one? Like, we get non-hero units. Alright, so our hero's going to take damage. That's why. Okay, fair enough. But our non-hero units won't. Okay. Alright, so we've got someone missing. I'm not going to end turn. This is going to take some thinking. Right? So right now we have 4-3-3. Let me take a look at where we're going. Right? I definitely want Weaver, so if I go to Show Tome Library, they're both Shadow Tomes that I'm looking at. So we want Weaver, which will give us a Spider's Nest, which is actually really good for us. It'll give us Spider's Embrace. So we can combine that with Frost and the Frost swords, which deal bonus damage based on either being frozen or mobilization. Really good. We get a Priest of the Weave, which is mixed. I mean, Web Transfusion is neat. Target friendly unit, really good. Or AoE. No, wait. So target a friendly... I read this wrong. I pick a friendly unit, it heals all negative effects. Then, a random enemy within 2 axes of that unit takes damage and becomes immobilized. Interesting. We can summon Weave Spiders as a combat spell. I think I'd rather have the Mammoth. But interesting. We get... Spider units get Demoralizer. And bonus damage versus mobilized or frozen units. And this is a Diva spell, which has a chance, guaranteed to give them Remorse for 3 turns, but has a chance to immobilize. So, just kind of show off interesting thing. The question, and we also want Tome of the Cold Dark for Marching Winter, Frostling Transformation, which is a minor one. Everything else is iffy. The Frostspire is really good. We're going to want to throw that into pretty much every city, especially with the Arctic stuff. So the question becomes, at tier 2, Because the other tier 2 is Tomb Herald, which works. Joy Siphoners, right? Combined with Cruel Weaponry, does make Dread Hunters. Right? This only affects animal and Sparta units. It now makes every unit we have just absolutely shred morale. Right? So it does work. The issue is, do I want that? Right? We're in tier 2. Sandwalker would be amusing. Right? Weakened, poisoned. We'd get sand preference on top of snow preference. Weirdly, it works, right? But I don't think so. I think we're looking at mainly Astral. Right? Either Astral or Nature. So astrally, we have access to Tome of Summoning, or Tome of Scrying, which has its advantages, right? It basically negates the mist even further, makes our range units that much better, right? Gives us Power of True Sight, which is stability, knowledge, and vision range in our city structures, and Mental Mark, which is now we can pop this on an enemy, and they become easier to hit, and attacks do more damage. So there are things we will use here. Alright. So, scrying works. Summoning. This is all about magic units. Right now, we don't have any. I'm not planning to use any. But right now, it's scrying. Otherwise, we can look at nature. So, nature tier 2. Again, Sandwalkers can work. Glades can definitely work. That would give us a Glade Runner, which is amazing. A Sacred Meadow, which is decent. Right? A nice strong Protector, which we could throw Aspect of the Root on. And would affect our polearm units as well, giving them survivability. We're dealing with a lot of forests. So that would give us better evasion, accuracy, and crit chance for rolling forests, and they're everywhere. And then we could create forests. So there's actually a lot here. So the question becomes, between Arcane and Nature, what do we want to push the most of? Right? And Shadow. I think we want to go, because of Weaver and Winter, we're going to go heavy Shadow. Right? So that's tier 3. Tier 4 is the big question. What are we looking at tier 4? Prosperity is a good one. We can take this. That would handle that would fix our gold. Weirdly, we're going to have a lot of support units in the army. Or we're going to have at least, a decent amount of support units everywhere. So Prosperity works for us. Paradise works for us. Paradise is always good. Again, this is kind of like, right, the Garden of Bliss. It is very much oh, wow, okay. And all of this is useful, it's just we might not use the guy as chosen, right? Nature's Wrath could work, right? Frenzy and Imbuement. We are going to have a lot of battle mages and support units. Now it gives lifesteal. Okay. Right? So now our our ranged units, the more they hit, the more they likely are to survive. The more they hit, the more damage they do, and if they hit, they get lifesteal. But it would literally only be just frenzying imbuement, and Stormborn is useless. Cycles is always good. Between Blades of Decay and Blooming Imbuement, those two alone make it worth it. Everything else is just nice. Right? Astrally, tier 4 wise, we're looking at, but I don't think we'll have, we basically have to choose now what two major ones you're going to do. So definitely Shadow. Or do we do Shadow Astral or Shadow Nature? And I think it's Nature, which means for tier 2, I think our second tier 2 is Tome of the Glades. For the Leaf Skin, Aspect of the Root, which will eventually be useful. Oh, they did change it to apply to shock units. Originally, Aspect of the Root only applied to shield and polearm and magic fighting units. I'm glad they have changed it to also affect shock units and fighting units. That makes it much more desirable. Which now means everything in here we will use. Right? And then we can trade out, that means a ranged unit army will generally consist of a Glade Runner, all White Witch, and a Animalist. For now. So I think we do Tome of the Glades. And I think our Meadow's nice. And we can throw that down in a few places. But I think we're going Shadow, Nature, with a splash of Astral. Right? So let me put down Fey Glades. Because like I said, the big issue is, let me select this so I don't forget.
There is vigor in the verdant.
And we're going to just
in the branch of the yew.
Do I want to lock
Blessed
this?
are those who tend
We
to the
can't
forest
support it
and let
yet.
this verdant emerald blanket unfurl over the lands.
So I will just grab Leaf Skin and let it sit. But if we go to Show Tome Library, the issue is, what do we want at tier 4? Because we can't do Crimson Rain, we can't do Revenant, that's out. So that does leave Severing, which weirdly works. Right? Disrupting Blades, Null Shield, Final Banishment, Astral Severance. Yeah. Spell word. Severing works. Calamity. Again, I won't use Desecrate Land. But Accursed Imbuement works. Accursed Armors works. Right. Oblivion doesn't really work. It does, but not really. And what's that? Reaper, which is mainly for the undead. We're not doing undead. So weirdly, that means Severing works. And then a good tier 4 Nature Tomb also weirdly is Prosperity. I don't know if I'm going to go tier 5. But for now, I would say severing, question mark, prosperity, question mark. And then potentially we can backtrack to like cycles and scrying, right? Which is a weird thing to do, but like goddess, like we're not gonna have enough to get goddess in nature. Well, the prosperity will only get us to 6. All right, severing would get us to 8. Maybe we could get the Eternal Lord, except, well, we won't use Raise Undead. We're not going to use Soul Harvest. We would use True Death Magic. We could use Withering Mist for the blind and the weakened, and the frost damage. So we'd use 2 of the spells. Like I said, I would like to see a tier 4 or 5 tome dedicated to like, oh, you have the Eternal Lord, which is undead. I would like to see a tome, like each tome, each branch kind of focuses on like, oh, shadows, frost, and undead, nature's poison and regen, you know, Materium's defense and physical damage. I would like to see the tier 5 tomes broken into. There's one tier 5 tome that, like, for shadows, an obvious one, focuses on ice, and one that focuses on undead. For nature, one tier 5 tome that focuses on poison with a little nature, and another one that focuses on healing with a little, you know, that sort of thing. But that might be splitting it too finely. I understand that. Now there's really, yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to get tier 5s for right now. So we'll let that sit. We're getting Leaf Skin, so we can cast that instantly, because there are forests freaking everywhere. We're not sieging yet. Oh, that's in 4 turns. 175. I'm getting 60 a turn. That's 175. So I need a total of 350. So this is city structures. So there are 3. So that's the. That is. Sorry. Yeah, that is the storehouse, the granary, and the estate hall. So what that does is the estate hall gives plus 30 food and plus 10 production. The granary gives plus 20 food, and so it would be a total of 30 production, which is nothing to sneeze at. But because of, granted, we're not taking full use of that right now, because of our glacial megalith, right? I think we can make that up. Especially once we get the Endless Frost going. Because that would basically... The Glacial Megalith would be terraforming per turn, and the Endless Frost would be terraforming per turn. So that's 2 things triggering. But we can make that up. I think for our purposes, this is going to really increase our momentum, right? It's going to allow our cities to grow super fast, meaning we can grab more territory, boosting the stats we need to get where we need to go. So, but I need at least 350 in the bank. So that's 310. So I'll wait. I'll wait 2 turns and then see where we are. Oh, he's back. But he should pop up back here. Now, this one I don't mind vassalizing, right? Nothing triggered. Hold on. Hoppenberg is under siege. Hoppenberg. Clawforge, Hoppenberg. Defense forces are on the way. Hopefully they can handle it. We'll see. A hero leveled up. This is our Spellblade. So I think priority goes to melee training. I think I give him Retributive Shield because it's hilarious. This is tier 3. That goes to... you. There we go. So 10, 8, 30, 24. Alright. We could recruit a 4th hero. We're probably gonna. You've returned. Right. I want foresters in this direction. And this direction. I'm gonna grab Forester first. All right, 1, 2, 3, and a 4, 5 is just barely within range. This is definitely within range. All right. You're headed this way. Yep. Armory. I want to produce another unit, but I think that 4th hero is more important. Reset skills. 1, 2, 3. Nature. Select. We're not going to use it. Now, I almost always go hostile growth. However, with this particular build, it might be better to go protective. I've never done that. So we're going to try it. True Strike. Yeah. So go this way. Confirm. You're fine for now. So now we have a defensive army. Kinda. Still 2 turns. Alright. I'm gonna burn it to the... Well, that's the thing. I don't want to... hold on. I'm gonna be a little cheeky here. Can't see. This is dangerous, but we're gonna try it. Alright, hold on. Melee, melee. Ranged. Yeah, so you need the melee. Alright. Okay, the next thing we want to take a look at is if we look at our heroes, Poison Monger. Alright, hold on. Inspect. Need a chest plate. Adjust appearance. A sturdy defender. Changes. I think everyone needs chest or ring. Everyone needs a ring. So let's start pumping out some rings. Defender, Poison Monger. That is a huge name. Poison Monger. Ritualist Poison Monger. That changes. There we go. So what we're gonna do is start crafting believe we can make one. All the rings. Alright. Very basic. Windshield. Bane. That's fine. Tier 3. No, sorry. Tier 2. So, windshield. Tier 2. And we're going to start... Oh, we can only make 2 of these. Forge. Start working on this. Yeah. You're fine where you are. There you go. You're fine where you are. So there is a chance, like, these guys should be able to handle it, but there is a chance there's a whole bunch in here that I'm not seeing. Yeah. Okay, so these guys consume things. Hero leveled up. This is our defender. We're going to immediately grab pushing attack. They can heal himself. The ring. First ring goes here. Immediately start casting Leaf Skin. New research. We'll start the Entwined Protector. Let's go ahead and start making another... Well, hold on. Arsenal. Disenchant you. Disenchant you. Yeah, we'll disenchant you. And we'll start making another ring. Right, so you've got the armory. 280. If these are both 3. Right. The Masonic Hall. Well, hold on. Gold for now. Right? Because you're crafting something you're not crafting. Alright, you need the basics. So the next thing we want to boost is this. So we need another farm. So that's going to be science. That's going to be a quarry. That can only be a forester. I don't see any... There's sheep here, but we can't get to it. So... We'll turn you into a farm. Oh. Farm. Alright. So what we'll do is boost you to queue up a hall here and to produce merchandise here. So this order. Alright. Good. It'll start terraforming. Not going to do much. We probably want to actually do this for at least 2 turns. You're made. Alright. We're going to... Oh boy. We're going to start on a 3rd bookmark. Alright. Trigger the siege project. Start. Okay, we should be able to handle that. Is there anything we want to throw in here? Definitely harass defenders, and I think that's it. And then you... Aha! Come help. But we should be able to handle that. And you're headed this way. Okay. We're not going to build any units. Now, I want you to... So, we'll take a look at our 3 cities. So, Elderhurst is 129. Springsent is 66. Sorry. And Willowbark is 96. So now, if we grab this, Willowbark jumped up to 121. Elderhurst, 189. 92. So that almost doubled the food income for every single city. Worth it. Try to burn this to the ground. If that's the best he can manage... Yeah. Not actually worried about mana now. I suspect we're going to turn this into a mana city. Okay, that's mine. You're going here. You're headed here. That's fine. That's close enough. You've got the tavern. You popped. The question is, what do we want? We need to start expanding out in this direction. So I'll put a 3rd farm here. You're okay there. 119. Hold on. You're gonna pop in 1. You're gonna pop next turn. So... You need to... Well, hold on. This feeds this. Okay. Do you need another unit? Oh, my ruler leveled up. Great. This is a ranger. So well, considering what he just got, we'll do this first. We made another ring. Goes here. We need to make a 3rd one. New skill. So the right of all heroes gain 1 rank, or gain the ability to assign Whispering Stones to other Empire's vassals to gain their tribute. That is incredibly powerful, and one we will be using. Okay. War Party, new rally started. Okay, we're good there. Alright, we need to keep pumping out units. I cannot stop. I know we need another Primal Charger. So let me queue up a Primal Charger. And let that sit. They're exploring. Back to... No. Yeah. back to the Astral Void with him, so we don't have to worry about him. This could be a problem, though, although they can't get there within a turn. So I think what I'm gonna do... Yes. Not... is there a way to pause? I queue up... There we go. I'm gonna queue up Catnap. And I'm gonna show you why. Oh, did they go underground? They did. They're headed to Colwell. Which I'm okay with. Alright, so here's the plan. You go here. You go into this army. Yeah. There you go. Save game. Bookmark 1. Trigger this fight. Auto combat. Close. Raise. Step forward. Step forward. Catnap. You. New skill, which is positive effects. Lasts an additional turn. 2 turns. I think I want adapt. We could go either way, but I'm not casting a lot of buffs. I am dealing with a lot of status effects. Right? You get a windshield. We need to make one more. You've got the hall into gold, and we're gonna go heavy foresters. So yeah, I can't get this. Weirdly, I might be able to get this. 1, 2. Well, here, we'll just start going heavy foresters. Alright, is anyone... Okay, you're making that, you're pumping out gold. So... Glacial Megalith. Then gold. You are gold. Into tower? More Imperium? I think this is more important. For the Shrine to the Spirits. Well, no, we do have a lot of food. Either one works for our city. A Sacred Meadow. Here or here would be appreciated. I don't think that's something I need to rush. I do want the town hall because I want to see if I can get one more turn to one more space to snag the tranquility pool. So I think we double pump gold. See where we are. What do you need? Melee, melee, melee. You need a white witch. So we'll queue up a white witch. Let that sit. Oh, no. You're getting the last one. Level of Renowned. Great. So. Cool. So, knowledge boost, greatly appreciated. So, uh-oh. Oh no, these are friendly. Alright. Yeah, so, like, this city, like, that's fine where it is. But this city, we definitely want to do, like... Oh. I don't know if we're going to get this in time. But, like, a research here, a research thing out here, when it's surrounded by ice, that sort of thing. You've made the stone steady. We'll let that sit. I think we're good. Let's do our catnap again. It's gonna delay things, but I think that's okay. Yeah, I was like, oh, I think all of these, I think we just burn him to the ground. Because all he does is consume things. And he should be moving, but he's not. So I don't think the AI knows how to use... Like, I appreciate the AI being the voracious vermin. Right, the nomads. However, I don't think the AI can use them. So, what do they get? More experience. Awesome. We'll catnap again. Our main hero. And we'll have him... Right, that's fine. And we'll have these guys stay. Yep, you're headed there. Interesting. I might have enough to get ahead here. I believe, where is my Whispering Stone? Spring Scent. If I go to Spring Scent, withdraw. That's close enough. I could cut it down to 3. We'll see if we can get ahead. If I can... Oh. Oh! Oh, where are you guys? Interesting. If we're already at vassalage with you... If I can get ahead here, great. If I don't, oh well. Oh, we did that. You're made. You're catnapped. You're waiting. Oh, sorry. We can cast it one more time. Wait. We give him the ring? We did not. But now we can't make anything, I think. spread amount. So, standard torso, since we have that. Hit points, defense, resistance, you're good. Basic armor, tier 2. 4. So we can make 1. Enter. Yeah. The AI... The AI is like, no, I just sit here. So I'm assuming... Yeah. They ignore this harvesting mechanic. In you go. Explore. Interesting. I have enough mana. Approaching the Shrouded Gate, curious yet determined Moon Guardian steps up to halt your entry. Unblinking eyes, the Moon Guardian spontaneously orates aloud. Passage through is barred to all but those who know the answer here too. Born in bloom, I warm the sky. I crimson fade as death drifts by. Oh, that's a weird sentence. I slip beneath a quilt of white and rise again in luster light. When am I? I'll give up some mana. And then we can... Well, entering beyond the Icarus Veil, that is a word, of the Shrouded Gate, a still and opaque domain appears, one reeking of mildew and decaying aspirations. All about your troops, the ruined vestiges of a once vast institute of learning, peeks out under the stranglehold, an all-encompassing overgrowth. A quick survey of the ruins revealed ample evidence that this haunted place was long ago abandoned and what must have been an anguished scramble. On various crumbling gates and archways, the same repeating motto is engraved, reading, "Bounteous be the Fey Arcana." Onwards. Hold on. How do I bind this? Bind portal. Hero unit. Alright, hold on. So I have to go in, come back out, bind portal. That'll take 3 turns. That's fine. Nap you. Thank you. And you're headed in this direction. And you're headed this direction. 625. New Empire skill available, which is... Buff and healing spells now applied bolster resistance. Damage spells and debuff spells now applied thunder. Weirdly, we are using combat summons. So I'm not sure how useful either of these are. We now have basic armor. Throw that on our hero. Well, what do we got? 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2. So I need some tier 2 basic stuff. But I think I need at least 150 so I can do squat. Okay, so you're getting the White Witch. You're getting... You can, I guess, head in this direction. You're headed into that army. Springstep can annex another province. Definitely want a forester. Oh, this is not where I thought it was. Here. Well, forester here, so we can research here. Does that make sense? And Willowbark. Forester or quarry, unless something else really jumps out at me. Like more research would be appreciated. I wouldn't get the haste berries, but I get the research. I could snag this as a forester, just to lock this off. And I think I will. Go. So Megalith is done, and then now I don't have to do this. You need a Masonic Hall first. Actually, hold on. Well, then here you need a Spirit Hall. That leaves me 200. I can't grab the Ancestral Warding yet. So if you're making the Stone Steely into a market. You don't, again, you don't need the tavern. Well, yeah, gold into the market, I think. And like I said, the Glacial Megalith can go here, as it potentially can get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is a huge boost, right? Or here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, hold on. 1, 2. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here's actually better. Because potentially there are 7 around here. But it's got to start. We got to be terraforming first. So we'll save that 100 and let things sit. I can't craft anything. 6 turns. I need at least 200. 6 times 6 is 360. Generally speaking, we're saving up for teleporters now. That's our big thing. So we can do easy defense and bop around and that sort of thing. We're about to get a huge gold boost. Yeah. And we're binding this. I think I need to be here to bind it. So we're going to let that sit. You could use a primal charger. Actually, we probably want to save this space for a pikeman. But we'll go ahead. Let that sit. End turn. Alright. Okay. So, our turn. You're traveling where you're going. You're going in here. You're going to pop in 2. We're now neutral. Expected that to happen. We're going to go ahead and immediately cast Leaf Skin. Because it's minor. Our hero leveled up. This is our ritual list. We do actually have a lot of ways to get single target heals. So let's do Rejuvenate. And we'll just bounce back and forth. Selecting research. Oh wow. I don't... Theoretically, I don't think we can support too many of these. We have 2 research cycles left. However, we're going to lock down Blade Runner and grab Aspect of the Root first. We have a stone stealing into a marketplace. That's fine. After the marketplace, we'll go ahead and grab a shrine there. Right? I've got the gold and the tavern. That's fine. You've got the hall into Arcane Institute. Into a hall. You're making a hall, and you'll be done in 1. Oh, I didn't realize we were that far behind. Okay, let me jump to Prime Evil then. And we won't spend anything else on buildings. Here. We do want an Animist in every army, because a Primal Mammoth is tier 2. Okay. I thought it was tier 3 or 4. It is good. So we'll save that. But we do want the Animist. At least 1 in every army. So you do need an Animist. So we'll go ahead, queue up an Animist, call that done. Yep. Go in here. You're waiting a turn. How strong is he? 645. Do we keep pushing? What? Oh, that's the thing, right? It's minus 20 to raise a city. So it is very much that thing of like, okay, he's not moving his cities, he's killing himself. I feel like this ends it. So I'd like to do this next. I just don't know where it is. You're exploring. You're exploring. Is the issue. You're gonna wait. Can we get cheeky then? Can we bind this for 50? So we'll have 2 to explore in Elderhurst. If I take Heirloom and vassalize it, that cuts their power by 25%. I think keeping 20 Eater around to drag... Thank you. The others down is probably the way to go. Colwell's under siege. That's fine. That's in 1. Alright. Get to Colwell would take 2 turns. 804, hold on. 675. We can take that fight with, apparently, this army. So we might lose it and then have to get it back. You're going in there. You're going in here. I cannot catch up to that. If he's that far ahead... Yeah, he's gonna get those. Okay. I mean, we'll leave them there. There we go. So when you pop next turn, we'll try to grab this for science. I'm not creating a bounty. Hold on, who is this? You're going where you're going. You're waiting. You're waiting a turn. I want to see how this works. Because basically what happens is he gets a huge boost, and then he just sits there, and he's screwed. So keeping him around, just kind of like as a drag, and focusing on whacking out the owl and the spider might be the way to go. Okay, so now it's bound to me. Move portal cost 100 mana. Can I choose? So it can be anywhere in my domain. Why is that valid? Interest. This city is gonna struggle with space eventually. I think I move it here. Okay. Okay, you're good to go. Yeah, I think Colwell's gonna fall. So I think we focus on just getting Colwell back. Oh, this is the fastest way down. Interesting. Animus goes here. That army's kind of good to go. What? Okay. So Elderhurst can annex again. Yeah, we can grab it. So we're gonna grab the research outpost there, allowing me to grab this academy. Okay. Now we have a tranquility pool. That would be nice. Willowbark can annex another province. 2 and 1. You do need a quarry. Oh, now here's a question. Oh, interesting. So you don't just get it. You have to actually claim it. Alright, quarry. Lots of choices, lots of choices, lots of choices. So we can grab some of this, but there's no way we can grab all of this, right? Interesting. Alright. We keep traveling. You're fine there. This one, I think, goes to Elderhurst. Nothing we can make, unless I want to shred my spider, and even then, not worth it. So, yeah. Okay. Otherwise, we are good. We are halfway, but I can't run ads because of the way ads work now, so we're good. So 3 turns will be at 380. Okay. I could grab like a smaller one. Oh, did I break the game? Thank you. They won. At the very least, she retreated. Interesting. No hero there, not worth it. You're gonna pop in a turn. You're exploring. I don't think I can grab the crystal thicket. Not officially, anyways. We're gonna pull back. And you have to wait a turn. Great. Hall in the Arcade Institute. We're far enough behind on science, I don't mind doing that. Tavern. You need a quarry. Science wouldn't hurt. This quarry will have a bonus eventually. So, what we can actually do is move you in this direction to wipe this out with some backup. We got more mana, that's fine. You need at least 2. We're going to queue up a Warden for our main army and a Charger for a side army. And let that sit. And then we can go back and finish clearing this stuff out and exploring this. Enter. Hey, science boost. Yeah, I suspect the second Mistwalker camp is somewhere in here. Looks like here, maybe? That's aspect of the route. We will go ahead and immediately start. What's Fey Embrace? Blade Runners. War Party. Great. Arcane Institute into Academy, and then we're good. You. Yeah. I'm gonna move you here. We're gonna save. Bookmark 2. Trigger this fight. Auto combat. Don't care. Great. You're not making anything. We are far enough behind. I need both the Granary and a Mana Obelisk. And the Glacial Method. You know, I need quite a bit. So those are ticking. Let that sit. You should be good for a while. You need a stabby blade. you can go here, build an outpost. You're headed 1150. Oh wow, I went okay this way. We need to clear Night's Rest. We need to go in here and do the quest. This is done, so now you can fall back towards friendly territory, and we're just gonna, for 100, move you here, and we'll see what's inside. Not worth it to save the minimals we need. So you are on defense. We can swap this. This is far too much range for this. So we'll go ahead and swap that. Didn't get anything. Next turn, we will grab portals, rush portals, and we can jump around that much faster. I think that's the goal. And then once we have portals, we can go on I was going to say offense against the owl. Well, I suspect Binger's going to get his ass kicked here, but we can vassalize this. Who's Grey Fang? Oh, you. Okay. So new skill, which is either, well, this is city expansive range or increase the city cap. Again, here's what I suggest. Rebalance this is, well, I don't know. This just feels weird, right? We're gonna grab the portals, so I don't forget. It does leave open Seeing Stones. So we'll grab that. So we'll get a little science boost. Town Hall, great. Into Academy. After that, again, I am way behind. We're okay on mana. Wouldn't hurt. But we do need defenses. So let me queue up both the stone wall into the wizard's chambers. Perfect. So you're headed this way. You're headed this way. We can pull you out, throw you in here. I'm going to queue up a spirit tracker, weirdly, and he's going to go poke his nose in here. You guys are good. 755. Right. So what we can do is you go here. You guys go here. You back them up. Excuse me. Bookmark 1. Auto combat. Food and a mask. Interesting. Take a step back. Sandstorms? Yeah. Okay. What does he have? I'd rather have the status resistance to hit points. You're a collector. You can have that. Well, hold on. Do they have the... Nah, 2 isn't worth it. What am I doing with you? I think you were defense. What are we giving them? Here... I can give up a Forester. I will give up this Forester. Trying to rush it. And then back here. We have plenty of places to get Foresters. I know it's going to put me back. So let me put this teleporter here, and you're next. So, much quicker. That'll give me time to readjust. Yeah, we're good. Turn. Okay. So now that we have portals, we can keep one back and go for this. And again, vassalize this. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, free city, that's fine. Hero leveled up. This is our spell blade. What's more important? The crit chance. I think getting down here is the most important thing. And then that blind though. The problem is that I can't. I think the debuff is better for me into electrified and blind. Into this, like, we swing this way. But I think getting that melee up and running is the important part. Another hero leveled up. This is our ritualist. Let's do Grace first. New skill. So either heal for every... They have to be routed, or in a hostile domain we still heal. Interesting. Yeah, so basically, before... The reason why Shadow, Nature, and Materium was so powerful was because of the massive amount of healing you could get. One of the key things. I still think it's fairly powerful. Because Materium used to have this. Except it was for every point you don't... At the end of your turn, for every point you haven't used for movement, you would get to heal instead. So combine the healing friendly, healing enemy, and the, as long as I don't move, I heal. Very powerful. So another powerful combo is Chaos Shadow Nature, because you just heal everywhere, right? I think we're going to save up Imperium for something. Withdrawn. Outpost founded. Great. We're going to immediately just... Yeah, queue up the work kit for the Imperium. You're headed to here. You get a heal. You're headed to here to poke your nose into that. We're pulling... Okay, hold on. So you want a pike. And you want a pike. So you are actually headed in this direction. You're going in here. Okay. So it's 2. Wow. So he destroyed the inside of it. Oh, but hold on. Hold on. There we go. Looks like he didn't get the Astral Dew, which we do need to finish the Cosmoflux Elixir. So we might be able to snag this for our own. In you go. You're gonna wait a turn. And then you're gonna go explore. First, you're gonna grab the Night's Rest, and then you're gonna explore this. So we're gonna be on the back foot for a number of turns. So, cat, you're good. You're making something. What do we want to boost? Ideally, the hall. Let's snag this gold mine. We are about to clear it. I did say I wanted this, though, for the research. So that'll help there. And then I think you pump gold. You do need a teleporter. You're making... but you popped. Alright. We're getting... I think I'm going to save this right here for Night's Rest. So... I think we do this. And here... Yeah, that's fine. Occupied, so... Really? If I catnap... Okay, this is doable. We just might have to fight it. Okay, you trigger the attack then. Risky. If I allow the AI to use spells, we're at 415. Didn't use spells? That's fine. Oh no, drop to 367. Heavy Hook of the Whirlwind. I'm actually gonna disenchant it. Oh, and we got a basic helmet. Okay. That's actually not the worst. What do you have? Here, we'll give it to you. We'll disenchant. We already disenchanted. We'll make... Oh, 180. Shoot. Well, I guess we can disenchant this. Make another basic armor, because I know we need a few of those. Remains have been collected. Sell that for the gold boost. Willowbark can annex another province. You don't have a gold mine. Right, no, sorry. I could annex another province, but I'm saving it for Night's Rest. You've got the Spirit Tracker, you've got the Academy, I think we're good there. You're waiting. You're waiting. You're level 7, you're level 7. I think you're going in here. And you're staying out. Okay. I'm trying to think. Where's our bet? Usually I like to blitz the city, but this is pretty well protected. It's gonna take 6 turns to get there. Oof, that is rough. Oh, we could grab some rainbow clover. How much rainbow clover do we have? We already have 2. So, I mean, it wouldn't hurt. It's more food. And more relations with 3 cities. But, Alright. Yeah, you can't move, so we'll just end the turn. That's fine. Yeah. We take the owl out, that breaks them. Okay. Okay, sure. Primal Charger. Which you don't need. But you can head. You should be able to handle Night's Rest. We have a basic armor. Which you don't need. Which you need. Okay. That's all we can make. 520 in the bank. Our science is behind. I need a glacial megalith. Yeah, no bonus right now. Which is weird. Because we have this. Per turn, one of the provinces, yeah. So we should be getting snow and ice per turn. So what do we want here? I think we need the arcane battlements. So this. And we'll hold off on the academy. You're still green. Is there anything we need to catch up on? Willow bark. Gonna need stone walls. Elderhurst is making stone walls. Shrine to the Spirits. That would get us to 200 something food. It's a weird one. Bay Woods. This is an interesting one, because if we go heavy forests, which is what we're going to do in this area, that's a lot of mana for us. So I think we've got mana covered. I mean, more Imperium the better. I can afford it. But we need units. We need more Warden. So we'll go ahead and queue up a Warden. Wait a minute. So 2 gold. So 11, 12. So it would be 36 mana. I can't afford it. But it means this Warden's part of the last Warden we're going to get for a while. Oh, this is the quest. Okay. How strong are you? Okay. So yes. So Eagle in here can't enter. Bear is essentially defense. You're headed here. But these guys really have nowhere to heal. There we go. A little heal. But it is a heal. You can stay there for now. Oh. Alright. And you guys can go here. I think we're good. We've got 11 turns till we get to Hero 5. Alright. End turn. So now it's, yep, more experience. Autumn, Coel is under siege again. Okay. So, Bear Boy. Can go this way. Lightning turret. Aspect of the route, yeah. So I can't afford... Okay. Not as expensive as I thought it would be. Turn to rules end. We got walls. Elderhurst can annex another province. We're gonna go in here because I want this. This is a ruined ancient obelisk. So because it's ruined... Oh, hold on. Alright. We're at 18. 19, 20, 21, 22, 21. So we still have plenty of room. How to... Thank you. So, for now, I'll grab the Forester. 790! Jesus! He must have done it right before we, snagged it. So we can choose a new tome. We're gonna choose Tome of the Weaver, because honestly, it's hilarious. Oh, Forester! Go first! So, there we go. So, Priest of the Weave. We can do it in one.
Waits for her prey and strikes a sudden rap. Puppet out a victim and ponder out the gain. And with the weaver spider spins her schemes again.
That is ominous. So here's the thing. We don't have any spiders or animals yet, so this, not worth it. Priest of the Weave could be useful, but I'd rather be able to summon a free woolly... Does that make sense? Although Web Transfusion is really good. So that kind of leaves Spider's Embrace. So we'll go ahead and do that. Alright. So we become spiders, we gain fast movement, and our bait, we lose our mounts, and our leg equipment. Didn't realize that. So we become spiders. So we'll count as, oh, we're swift, and we're immune to slow and immobilize. And our attacks have a small chance to do small, immobilized and slow. Interesting. We've got our Glade Runners. So we can look at throwing out a couple of Glade Runners in some armies. As is, save game, bookmark 1. You're going to Night's Rest, explore. Sure. Oh, this time it was a success. Good to know. Low risk battle, great. Auto combat. Let's play to the champion. Take that. So, oh, alright, so. I don't care about the Astral Keeper. The knowledge would be nice. The Imperium would be nice. But honestly, I want the alignment. And the resources. Two. Hula leveled up. This is kill an enemy hero. This is when we crit. I think this is more important than these two. And then I don't have a choice. I have to do this into this. Oh, no, hold on. No, I want kill shot. Yeah, so I think critical second win for now. And then we want this on our Spellblade. So now he has a base. I don't think we can see it. He has a base 50% chance to crit. Alright? And then if he kills someone, eventually, that'll go up to 80. And every time he crits, he does more damage. And does more damage. And gets hit points. So you can see the build here. So we're gonna lose this. Good to know. We got a ton of resources. What can we make? Sorry. I'm gonna disenchant that cloak. What can we make miscellaneous-wise? True Sight's actually good. Army Trainer. Army Maintenance is pretty good at this point. We only need it to be tier 2. We could do Fearless. You have a lot of positive morale gain. That's not bad. Let's do Army Maintenance and True Sight, because that is always good. True Seeing, Army Maintenance, tier 2. And we'll make one of these. So now we're good again. Interesting. He's a warrior. I could sell him. I know we're lacking in ranged heroes. But, Jesus, what's going on here? You're headed... Hold on. You two are out. You we snag. You we snag. You go here. Right. So heal, and they'll clear out this area minus the Cursed Burrows. I don't think he could handle the Silent Tomb. You're entering. Excuse me? Save game. Can't do that one. I can do this one. Okay. 538. He can clear that. We might have to fight it. This one, he's gonna need backup. You're waiting a turn. You are headed... You're fine where you are. You're fine where you are. Where's the bear? You're headed this way. We're gonna have to get that back. Okay. Buildings are good. You do need a teleporter. That's gonna get changed. Wait, hold on. No, that's not where I think it is. Ooh. Let's do the academy. And let that sit. And then enter. Spider first, then the what's it called? Endless Winter? That's fine. They were just out exploring anyways. Yeah. Okay. Clear this out first. Retreat. Save game. Bookmark 1. Let them heal. Hero. Inspect. Confirm. We need one more. Tier 2. So... miscellaneous. I could do a wand. Army recuperation by itself is worth it. So let's go ahead and make that. You are headed here. You're back up. Save game. Bookmark 2. Trigger the fight. Low risk. Great. Nah, I'll take that. Wizard Tower into Wizard Tower. Into... Jesus. More food. I think both of these is fine. You have a warden. Right, if you step out, you can have the warden, boosting you to 957. Okay. So, I got Night's Rest, which does... Oh. So this is more conduits, which is nice, but not needed. Let's do this safe battle. I'm just gonna do it. Done. Risky. Great. And a stalwart cloak. Interesting. Take reward. Rather credit. And we're gonna grab this gold mine here. Now it's got all the basics, meaning we can queue up a mint here. And a monolith and just let that sit. Fine. Making the Institute, but you're making the Academy. I don't want to take that. You could use any of the basics. Masonic Hall is a farm, so ideally a farm next. Just honestly, just to block him off from getting to the Silent Tube. They what? No. Alright, they're kind of blocking me from getting there. You're staying there. You're staying there. How long does it take for you? I just don't have the gold. Okay, you're fine. You stay and help this army. These guys will go up this way. Mr. Walker camp first. Grab the Arcanum, which is counts as a research post. Not the best city for that, but fine. Add one or more unknown units to the Valley Legions based on the surrounding environment. Can be restored to a Shrouded Archon, which is casting points and research. So, honestly, this would be better served in this territory. I don't know how that works. So we're actually going to move the portal. We're going to experiment. Okay. So, yes. So if I move it, I'll lose the connection. That's okay. But in return, you can pop someone else again. Okay. And I think, like I said, we just go heavy foresters. Grab the crystal thicket. Yeah, so we're gonna have to take this back. They ran. Interesting. The main's been invaded. They're gonna get it. I got at least 5 Imperium out of it. I'll count that as a win. Oh, I forgot to check. Oh! Routed. Hostile. Debuff. What's the most important? Is the question. Don't think I need expansive reach yet. Don't need magic origin units. I want to experiment with that. With 300 in the bank. Oh! Let me grab advanced logistics. And advancing. Let me get those out of the way. Right. Bear Boy. Won't he? Maybe? Oh, hey! Retreat. Save game. Bookmark 1. Kick your ass. Healthy Cloak. It is tier 3. Bounty's been posted. I'm gonna catnap you. Which is fine. Hero leveled up. This is our defender. So the evasion's good. That makes him harder to hit. He is tier 8. We can do Adept of Nature to give him Withering Decay. Which is really good. Withering Decay basically means he just screws over healing. Confirm that. And then with your next point... So right now it's 30% evasion. This gets him up to 40. And then we go into here. I think we do greater defense. He is lacking. He can have the Stalwart Cloak, the Healthy Cloak. Let's give him the Healthy Cloak. And our main hero gets the Amulet of Solace, completing level of Renown. Remains have been collected, level of Renown, completing his major ambition. So now he can... Now he has hit points based on what he has equipped. Right? In the crypt, I'm just gonna sell you for the bonus. I think I can... Oh, I can craft things. Alright. Let's get... this going. Renown. Yep. 40. Okay. Oh, so we kind of want... Oh, we literally kind of want him to be the defender. He gets militarist? That's a little... His units become a little harder to kill. Wild is capped out. Draft. Oh, this is our main character. Okay. You have walls. So after your walls, 30. How do we get? Get the mint, get the mana. Bathhouse. We'll save the 126 for a unit. What do you need? You need a stabby boy or a primal charger. What you really need, honestly, after the academy is a teleporter. And we'll go ahead and give up a quarry. We'll give up 5 production. You can step here and wait. 611. You go here. Save game. Bookmark 2. Clear this. Says it's low risk. Might lose a unit. That's fine. Helm of the Warrior. Tier 2. Oh, that's interesting. I will take that reward. You wait. You wait. You wait. Where? I was going somewhere with you. Right, you're headed into here, but you need to wait. Oh, actually, you can go here and still get the full heal. Wow! Look at this! I hate to say it, but all of those make complete harmony incredibly valuable. Alright? Combine that with the range. Means 1, 2. And see the 3. Like 4 here is fine. Okay. You're waiting. You're waiting, and then these guys are gonna head up this way. We're gonna claim this. The next time you pop, you're going in here to claim this again. So you can get the Breached Arcanum. 770. End turn. I'm guessing we end this recording session around turn 65. Oh, no. 60, 70. So yeah. We can do the Beak Twister. We're gonna do the Circle Shrouded, and then we go for the kill. Which we should be able to do. I know. Can't create a bounty. New rally started. On our... Is it our Spellblade? No, Conqueror, Defender, Collector. Confirm. That's iffy. Helm of the Warrior would probably be better served on him. Now we can forge... Blueprint-wise, an Amulet of Solace. We'll make one of those. Right, more Imperium. Gold. Jeez. Well, we're making mana through the roof, so I don't care about that. Channeling Chamber. I do care about that, but that's a lot of gold. I would like the Spider's Nest for the massive amount of draft, right? I lose 3 production, but I gain a ton of draft. Yeah, either way, so that's fine. And then I think we double pump gold to see where that goes. Done. You've got the charger. You're headed in this direction. You are going to pick that up. You're going to heal. And then we kind of got, except for the Silent Tomb, we kind of got this area done with. You have the Academy. Yep, that's fine. And then pump gold at least once. Need the megalith, I understand that. You're making the mint, all the basic stuff, that's fine. Sure, we'll do that there. Here. Go to the Breached Arcanum. That is now mine. Okay, we can keep going. It says it's safe. So we're going to save game. Bookmark 1. Trigger this. Hold on. Trigger this. Pretty good. Hardy Cloak is good, especially for a melee dude. Take the reward. Upon vanquishing the Mistwalkers, Donus makes a muted call that somehow still echoes far. Then Lobelia Grayfinger appears saying, I knew you'd come back to me. Auntie, come and see, chimes Donus, how bad or bruised Palari be. By Mistwalker's fang and claw and spear, all are in cage in pain and fear. Lobelia observes the cage ruled the camp. Bomb pants. I did not know. All life and shit, how could she do this to me? This is not the way of spring. Been taking me for a fool. Oh my god, yes! We switched one of them over to our side. With a pained grimace, Lobelia ponders her moral quandaries for what feels like the longest instance ever obliged upon Dewatha. Spring is the bloom after death's embrace, quotes Lobelia in a humming song. The hope of new life before the lengthening of days, the call to sprout and break the fast. For all living things to strengthen at last, swallowing her hurts, Lobelia concludes. Elandra urged us to break our fast unyielding, as befits the predator in spring, but this has crippled our game of its fair chance to repopulate. The defilement of spring must end. I renounce this perverse disciple's mantles to join the Polari cause! Woo! Nice! So we either get food or stability. We'll grab the food. You go to 2. You pop, meaning you can grab... What do you need? Forester's fine. Down to 760. Great. So these only tick down if they're claimed. Fuck me. With help, and we might lose a unit, I'm willing to accept that. But we can clear this. Lost 3 units. I'm willing to accept that. Another party plate. That's a bad one. I'll disenchant that one. So, you will head back this way. You will head back this way. What did we lose? We lost... Well, you're a melee. You're a melee. You need an animist and a pokeboy. So, don't have the gold for that. So she's now on our side. So we're down to 3. So we have this covered. So the next... And we got 2. Interesting. So I want to finish the Circle of the Shrouded next. Trudging through the misty wild growth, all halt for a ghastly growling wail, prowling coo. Curtain lies, skewers and cries. Coo. Why lies say to Magbar to me? Laments the growling voice deep from the mist. When I shows you fair lands of Fae and Fair, you smiles and you treats. You pets and talk sweets, but hurts Magbar's friends when I goes for sleep. Coo-hoo, hoo, coo-hoo-hoo. Magbar in pain. Wizard, coo nay, be gone, go away. Weeps the growling voice from the mist. Magbar must not stay. Coo-hoo-hoo nay. It's after the voice. This, grab this. Great. Negotiate. We have both. That's not worth it. I need more gold. But now we can potentially buy from them. To get materials to shred to make stuff. Willow bark can annex another province. We do need another forester. So I will grab this forester. Okay. Not gonna move you. You can go explore. Bear is done. Needs a Pokeboy and an archer. But we need to save our mana. God, we need... Yeah, I do need more casting points. This is actually looking... Oh no, this doesn't give casting points. Interesting. This is looking good. But we'll hold off on that. I want to do things with you. I need an astral dew. What do I do with you? So we've opened up a second front. Greatly appreciated. Wait. Astral Dew. Don't you have... Nope. Astral Dew. Great! That will help. Do you have an Astral Dew? No, you have a Rainbow Clover. Okay. How it rains underground, we will never know. What do I do? I could try to snag that. Interestingly. Yeah, I can't build... Can't capture and release it. 96. Ooh, no. Well, we're just out of range. We might have to run for it. We need the cash. I think we're good, and we can start... We're gonna be owl spiders. Fey owl spiders, because how could that possibly go wrong? Oh, we're up to 80. Okay. Okay. So, bounty's been posted. New skill. Which is... Okay, we need to save up for this. Because that will free up more gold and more mana. Also, food resources grant... So, sheep, fish... A resource node that grants food gives us knowledge. Or, coastal river and water provinces grant +2 knowledge. So... Hold on, let me mark as seen. We don't have coastal... Oh, we do... We might have river. It's always hard to tell. But I don't think so. So... This grants food. I think it counts as a food resource. We also don't have a lot of sheep. Yet. So it is an interesting thing. So, either... Conjure weave spiders, which are 2 tier 2 ranged units. Interesting. Animate Flora, which is cast and a unit pops up. Or create forest. So would you rather have 1 mammoth or 2 ranged spiders? We'll do the spiders. On our poison monger, we'll give you the Amulet of Soulless. Hardy Cloak, which is hit points and defense. Basic armor. Or status. We'll do the basic armor. What do you have? That's pretty good. You have that. Alright, we're good. Now, we are at the point 607 turns. Okay. So we're gonna start saving for that. More mana, good. Great. We could make a wand. Wait. Can you make mounts now? No. Oh, very weird. Could make a wand. The problem is, well, we like them spiders. You're headed in here. This is pretty much cleared out. This is cleared out. So you can head into friendly territory. You need a melee unit. So we'll get you up to 5. Three turns versus very fast. Alright. I do want a Glade Runner. Oh, I'm the Glade Runner. So this army is actually good to go. So what we're looking at is modifying other armies. You're friendly now, so we don't have to worry about you. The Spellblade. Yeah, so we're going to end up shredding all the mounts. So... You're that... You're technically the support for this army. I think I'd rather have a wizard over a shooting. Well... If we keep him as the support, we can throw in a wizard and an archer here. You need an archer and a stabby boy. And an animist. So let's get you an animist at least. 3 turns. Oh boy. What are we at? 30 and 19. We've got the gold. Let's queue up the bathhouse. We're going to need it sooner rather than later. And here we'll queue up an animist. This is our ritualist, who should actually be on offense, and our defender should be on defense. That makes sense in my head. I do want the haste berries, so I need to clear these out. So you guys can actually head 897. Yeah, these three can handle this. Where's my bear? That's the Spellblade, the Defender. Right. Capture and release. Oh, yeah. And then get the hell out of Dodge. If he takes it back, he takes it back. But we're going to need to defend this area soon, because he's going to go on the offense soon, and he's up to 2,000. Because he's got 3 heroes in a single army. So we're going to need 3 armies to deal with his army. In here. God damn it. As much as I want to experiment with this, I think I have to grab transformative expertise just so that Spider's Embrace, we can now queue that up now. You can go here to heal. You're in here. Grab this. Whirlwind Blade Tier 2. Go ahead and just enchant this. Oh. Further up ahead, that ghastly voice again weeps out in raspy coughs. Ku ach, island no go. Ach, island no go. Ku o nay no. No hurt Magbar. I know want to go. Sobs again. Magbar is friend. No drag eye to evil island. Hoo. I know make angry sunmen here count. Sunmen. Oh, the Archons here come. Nor punish they wizards to make also glum. So why angry with Magbar? Why hurt I with pain? Magbar your friend. Ach, they never again. No stat. Oh man, dude. Oh, it's silver. Okay. Meaning I might have to grab this instantly. I might have to build a whatchamacallit outpost here. So we'll queue that up first, and then we'll go in. You're headed out. And I think that is it. Oh, it's close. We'll see where we are at the end of turn 60. We'll either go to 66 or 67. Yeah, got them all. Oh. Breach, though. Another Mistwalker, but not part, also just clear Mistwalker camps. Okay, hero leveled up, which is our ritualist. So we'll do the AoE regen next. And then we'll give him this. I'm not going to make anything for him. So your Animist goes into here. So, wait. Hold on. I am going to rush the teleporter. Thank you. So this Animist can go here. This army can go here. This army can go here. This army can go here. That's fine. Yep. Okay. Elderhurst can grab it. Again, Foresters are our friend. So I think we're really aiming for a Smith's Guild here for draft and food income. So this is our city that just pumps out units. We'll put a Forester there. Ooh! Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, so I can go here. I can go here. There's some wiggle room, but not a lot. Here I'd have to choose one or the other. Just for a little while. Let me... Oh, I can't. Okay, then we'll end this by looking at that. The guy's getting out of dodge. He needs a Pokeboy. So we'll queue up an Ancestral Warden first and see where that puts us. We're triggering this fight, so we'll save the game. Bookmark 1. Grant them mercy. Party. Woo! No, disenchant. Not sure how the food's gonna help. They'll wait a turn. We want the good points. Alright. So let me save game. Bookmark 2. Trigger this. The tower. Okay. So it is a low risk battle. Warm Embrace. The Warm Embrace. So my units would get the heal and the strengthen, but they would... Okay. We like the clouds. Interesting. So this is an abominable mistling. The tower before you stands swathed in the raging torrent of a warped seasons, and at its gate growls a hard abomination. Wizard Ach tops the abominable mistling. Magbar kill wizard Achku. You make seasoned gods wither and eat you. You warp fade magic so seasons go bag. You make Magbar all ugly, and sad. Gurku, Magbar kill Achku. I kill you. Not worth it. We'll just attack. Abominable mistling. Magic strike. Light damage. The more clinging mist on the target, the more damage it does. Interesting. Pained cry. Interesting. And we like... So he's made to shred the Fae. Fascinating. We'll auto-combat this. The AI can use spells. I lost a Pokeboy. I had a unit route, but we won. I'll take that. Unlock a secret spell. Alright, so... We either get the unit... Which we can afford the upkeep for it now. So, as the single turret reaches its climax, Donos fludges up and round. Anguish, stop, don't cleave what quarrels and grieves. Cowering, Magbar looks up to Donos and all around up. Born of blight, bent from right, wizard hands have sparked face bite. The season is torn and cycle shorn. Duwatha day thus claw and mourn. But not by hate we mend this fate. No fight. No. Fight the right, unmake the scorn. Mistlings rise, shed off the wise, embrace your sprite, but make it wise. Let's few no more, but so our grief. Let's heal Duwatha and wreak relief. So we gain the secret scroll of Thuliana, which is Thuliana's contortion. So it's an abominable misfling. Okay, cool. We can either get a turn of research, get a lot of mana, or let's get the unit. Or your troops salvage their cannon, Ham prepares again with an emotive smile to sit with you in silence. So puffs Ham as he breaks the silence. Sadly, it appears my suspicions were on point. The original Cirque of Dioge Dalgay was a cabal of archmages hell-bent on dissecting Dewatha's mysteries and her beloved creation. And under Hornwind-bought shroud, one pursued unscrupulous trials of a most abhorrent fashion. Presumably, this wrought the nightmares now plaguing Dewatha and vexed the Dewatha Day into their present temperament. So, do you think the Dewatha Day 4 is merely echo the trauma Dewatha suffered? So we get some Imperium, and we ponder for a while. So we get some knowledge. Cool. Show artifacts. Cool. Need the apex, that's fine. However, I can't... So, lost the Pokeboy, got this beast instead. So, can't be controlled, Demolisher, Fearless, Fey Guile. Foraging, Juggernaut, Mage Slayer, Communion, Siegebreaker, Wake of Mist. So he creates mist. And that's because of what we're doing. Mythic Unit, Large Target, Fey. Oh, we're weak against Blight. Okay. And Fey Guile. Okay. 7/7. Yeah. Per Clinging Mist on target. So he can jump in, right? Go into defense mode. And then the next turn he can stack a couple of Clinging Mists. Excuse me, increasing his damage. Interesting combo. Alright, we got the wand. I'm not expecting combat. I'll let them heal. I'll clear this out. I don't think I can get Willtaker's Needle. And, Willowbark. Sorry. Yes, Willowbark. Forgot about this. We can grab underground, too. I don't think I can grab the gold. I'll try to snag what I can in here. Right? I wish we could see how far... Is this 2 away? Maybe at least 2 away, because 1 is here, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yes, without this, I cannot grab this. Also, we are grabbing not focused affinity, cosmic affinity as soon as we can. So we can push down all 3 trees equally. Right? Doesn't seem like much. But basically, it doubles all our progress down all 3 trees. We're starting to rake in Imperium. We're in a good spot. We're at turn 66. We're going to end here, so let me end the turn. Not expecting any combat. I will wait for the turn to end. Hi, Salt. Can I help you? Meow? Meow, meow? Salt's one of our cats. Oh, nope, Salt ran away. Salt's running away. Salt, are you gonna go where you're not supposed to go? To do things you're not supposed to do? Alright, that's an impossible battle, that's fine. I do not like it when the cat starts eyeballing. So far, we're good. Oh no, my scout was defeated. Anyways, as I was saying, thank you very much for joining me. feel free to like, subscribe, or comment, smash that bell, all that jazz. Even better, check out other videos and playthroughs I've done. Yeah, that's what I thought. What are you doing, Salt? Okay. If you're just snuggling or looking, okay. Oh no. No. Salt. He's looking for somewhere to go pee in my office.
Oh no.
I know. I recognize what she's doing.
Yes.
Okay. Anyways. Where was I? Thank you very much for joining me. Like, subscribe, comment. I think I already said that. Smash that bell, all that jazz. Even better, check out other videos and playthroughs I've done on YouTube. Bestest, come on over and check me out when I stream live every Sunday through Friday, life permitting. Thank you very much for joining me. And until we see each other again, remember to be kind to one another. If you're watching live on YouTube, we are done for the day. Let me throw down a save. If you're watching live on YouTube, oh, I think I already said that. We're done for the day. If you're watching live on Twitch, I will run ads. No, I won't. We'll raid someone. Apparently, I've already run ads very shortly. And we will be back Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern, 10:30 a.m. Pacific. I hope to see you then. And until we see each other again, remember to be kind to one another. So let's see who's there to raid. Simus is Wednesdays. Do Ezekiel. No, Simus is Wednesdays. Last gas station. Dark Tide. Visions of Eternity. I don't know what that is. I'll have to look it up. Ari is up and running, so we'll do that. So let us finish playing Final Fantasy VII Remake, which I hope she is enjoying. So let's go raid Ari. And I'll be back Wednesday. See ya.